Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TPOV Podcast. This year we had a toy drive. We gave back to the community. You know what we doing. You know why we here. It's clear. We had a toy drive this year. This episode, the appreciation for single black mothers. You know what we doing. You know why we here. Tune in, lock in your seatbelts, stay with us. 2019, we look forward to having a great year. Peace and blessings to all the single mothers, all the single fathers, all the people who work hard to take care of their children. You know what it is, you know why we here. POV Podcast, Ellis Don, Najee Carter, my co-host. You know what it is. Peace and blessings. Love yours. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we here again. You know what it is. You know why we here. POV Podcast. New episode. You know, we had the single mothers on the show tonight. It's very touching. I'm wholeheartedly appreciative, for the single mothers. Tonight's show, please lock and load. Stay with us. You know why we doing. You know what we doing. You know why we here. Flex voice, you lie. I never lie. Excuse me. Just look at the single mothers on the show. My girl Lisa, Keita, Amira. Listen. It's lit tonight. Shout out everybody who came by. And it's just the struggles of a single black mother. You know what I'm saying? So, and it gives me chills when I think about it. It gives me a lot of chills. So we're going to discuss what are the struggles for our single black mothers, and there's a lot of them nationwide. I wholeheartedly understand that. As a man, I apologize for the brothers on their behalf. So we're just gonna chop it up and talk about the struggles of a single, black mother who's trying to work 2 to 3 jobs, doing a thing, trying to raise the children. It's very difficult. So we're just gonna talk about that tonight. And my co-host is here. We went to school together. We know how we rock. You know what it is. Party about to be lit, about to be out of our minds. That's not the story though. Toast to the New Year's. It's coming up. Only one day left. Get in where you fit in. Ladies, how y'all doing tonight? Good? I didn't hear good from everybody. Y'all right?
We good.
You sure? I know it's the single mothers.
I'm gonna say we good. We single mothers.
Don't cry on me now. I don't want y'all to cry on me. I don't want y'all to cry on me tonight. So, ladies, what are some of the struggles of being a single? I'm gonna start with you, being a single mother. What are some of the things you struggle with?
First and foremost, maybe my ladies can agree with me, is that financial strain. Having to,
Come on, let's talk about it.
Majority of work on your own. And then a lot of people, aren't blessed like me. Like, I have a very good supportive system. So wherever I lack at, I know I could depend on my family members to kind of pick up that slack. Not even, my family members, but my child's father. He do help me out and do what he can do. But just a little story, I'll say. Like you mentioned in the beginning, like me, I worked 3 jobs trying to make ends meet for my son. And it had got to a point where my son didn't want me. He gravitated to my mother. And that there was an eye-opener to me because, in a sense, mom was directed to her, not me. So that was like, I need to stop working. And thank God I found a job to where I was able to, make enough money to where I only needed to cut down that 3 to 1. So I could be in my son's life more. And that there, I could say, hurt me more than anything. Because I'm like, I birthed you. I held you in my stomach for 10 months, not 9. 10 months.
Oh, so yeah. 10 months. For 10 months, I thought it was just 9.
Nah, 10 months. I held you, and you prefer grandma over mom. So that there. So I could say that financial strain is one of the struggles that single mothers have to deal with. You agree with me, ladies?
So you're saying even with the help of you having a good baby father, it still was a heavy financial strain?
Yes, because, we both at the time were making enough money to where we were able to take care of our needs as well as, our child needs. So I was person, I'm the go-getter regardless. So I'm like, all right, I'm not making enough money. I'm going to go out there and work them 2 or 3 jobs. That's just me personally. And then it's like, it also hurt me because I was the type of person in high school, I stayed with my hair done, my nails done. But once I had my baby, a lot of sacrifices exactly had to be made. So them bundles turned to like a little ponytail.
Absolutely.
Them nails was a month in without getting done, but that was that sacrifice I chose to make because I chose to keep my child, and I knew the responsibility that came with it. So I laid in the bed literally, and this is what happened. But I wouldn't change it for the world.
I like that.
Change it for the
Sister
world.
Jaleesa, I want to say, you have a great testimony. I like that. What about you, Sister Keita? What are some of the struggles you deal with, just being a single mother? Yeah. And your son's kind of older.
Yeah, my son is 12. It's a lot of struggles. Like she said, financial struggles. Like sometimes you can't go for the job that you want because you always got to take into consideration childcare, who's going to watch my child. Like it's a lot of sacrifices that you do have to make, or you have to put things on hold. Like when I went to school, I was working 2 jobs going to school, but then I had to take a break to be a mom because it was like, okay, well, I'm taking up too much time of doing what I want to do. But it's like you're sacrificing certain things, but these are things that you need. So that you can provide a life for your child. So I did have a great support system. Like my dad, my mom, like I never had to go without a babysitter or lack with housing or anything. Like I have a great support system, but I took advantage of it and just made the best of it. So it's a lot of struggles. But financial is the main one, especially when you don't have that father source to contribute to that income. So it's a lot of things that you do is just for you and your child. And you have people who will support you, but financially they can't support you and a child. So you have to take 2 jobs, 3 jobs, bartend here, do this there, or whatever. So
or you have to be like Stoney.
No, I never had a Stoney moment. I never had a Stoney moment.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like Stoney.
But I mean, when you have a child, I guess for some women, by any means necessary. You gonna fuck if your kid need to eat. So I'll never knock a woman who did it. I've never, thank God, had to go that route. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
My heart goes out to them type of women because my mother had 10 kids. And I just be thinking I don't know, what my mom had to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what my mom had to do. So now, as me being a male and being older. What I say is my mother's not going to want for anything because I don't know the sacrifices she had to make. Because one thing about you guys who are single mothers, you guys have the ability, the good single mothers. Because all of you not got good.
That's
all single fathers.
No, that's a fact.
I'm being fair.
All single mothers ain't good single mothers. That's a fact.
A lot of you single mothers, you guys sacrifice so much for the babies.
Right.
And I don't know, my mother had to go through things of happiness, with God. I don't know. So I said, you know what? When I got in a position, my mother would never want for anything in this world. You know what I'm saying? What about you, man? How was it for you? Is it pretty tough for you?
Yeah. I have 3 children.
Yeah, 3 kids?
Speak a little louder for us.
My oldest is 7. I have a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
It's obvious you active. No, in a good way. The black don't crack. It's obvious. It's obvious the black don't crack.
Yeah, I was with their father, but we're not together now. I live in Virginia.
Oh, wow.
So, it's been hard. I became a mother at 18. And, even then, I was with her father, but it was always having to be the parent. So now that I'm a single mother, being a parent of all 3 of them by myself, it's every day, I have to put things on hold, school, hair school, certain types of license things I'm trying to do for myself so that I can always be home to take care of them because I don't always have child care because I have a baby. I have 2 daughters that I have to make sure they get to school every day, doing hair and makeup from home so that I can still bring in money to take care of them. It's a lot. It really is a lot. And even just on a mental and emotional aspect, you don't always have that support system. Even if you do have people there, you don't have people there because you're that parent every day by yourself. It's a lot. It really is a lot.
So where's your baby father or your ex-husband now?
Up here in Jersey.
No child support, nothing like that?
He sends something here and there, but I'm the parent, so.
So are you financially able to take care of the 3 children?
I am. Luckily, because I was in the Army, so I do get my money for that.
Salute to that.
But at the same time, it's like you could always be making and doing more.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's always that extra. Okay, you take care of the bills, get everything paid, kids taken care of. Then you still gotta bring in more money to save money.
It's never
college,
enough.
doctors, it's never enough.
I know for you ladies, it can become very overwhelming. Like, I want to know. I want to know something, right? And I'm pretty sure my guys when it's like on a day-to-day basis, how do you do it? Like what stops you from breaking down as a mother? Because I know it's tough.
I'm about to say I can speak for myself at this point. Like I have broke down plenty of times, nights where I just break down and cry, and it's like I wouldn't say that I'm doubting myself as a mother, but it's some things I feel as though that I can do more, that I can do better, and every day I'm constantly pushing myself. Like, how could I do this differently? I know he was always watching me. Like, I can admit, I have a little potty mouth. So my son's at this point where he's telling me, Mom, you're cursing. Mom, don't you say a bad word.
I like that.
So it's like, all right.
My mom ain't give a damn.
It's like, he's really watching me. Like, he's really watching me. So it's like, okay, but I'm always pushing myself because I feel like I could and should do more when I'm told plenty of times that I am a good mother. But sometimes you just don't feel that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you
So
just
you
don't feel
feel
that way.
Like you fall
I mean,
Exactly.
You ladies really don't feel that way sometimes?
I personally don't feel that way, and because I have like my son does not, his father is no longer here, so I always feel like I gotta be doing something or I'm not doing enough, and then it's like even when I'm doing enough, like I can do better. So it's like you never satisfied because you never want your child to see you struggle or your child to go without, and then the fact that I was raised into a family where I always had my father, so it's like I sympathize with my son because I don't know what it's like not to have a father, So it's like I'm always trying to compensate for being a mother, but I gotta somewhat show you how to be a man. I mean, as a mother, I can't show you how to be a man, but I can show you how to be a gentleman. So I'm extra hard with.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
But hold on. Say that for me again. You can't show him how to be a man.
I can't show him how to be a man, but I show him how to be a gentleman. Like my son open doors, he carry bags, he do all of that stuff. Like take out garbage. Like you supposed to do certain shit. Like as a man, you're not gonna be lazy. And he has uncles, he has my dad. He does have like one of my ex-boyfriends who built that relationship with him, who he has those father, can get those father things from. Like if he going through something, he'll call them and talk to them, and things that he can't go talk to me about because like he's 12, he going through puberty. I don't know what that shit is like. Right? So it's like, so I am grateful for those who do, chime in and do take up time with him. Like, but as a mother, it's still like a burden on me because I feel like I can do but so much.
Because you only can do this.
Right.
What about you?
It's one of the main things I worry about, like how she was saying, like with her son. My son is a baby right now, so it's only but so much I have to worry about. My biggest thing right now is potty training him. But then there's always that thought of, granted their father is there, but he's not physically there. So he doesn't have that man to look up to. All he has is his mother and his sisters. So there's always that thought of, well, dang, what can I do to keep him, like, in the right direction as far as, like, raising him into a smart, intelligent, God-fearing man without me trying to be a father, because
can you
I
pause
can't be
that real quick? Say that one more time. Say that last line just one more time. Everything you just said.
What can I do as a mother to help my son become a smart, intelligent, God-fearing man without me trying to be his father, because that's not something that I can do.
Right.
That's a major key. You hear what she said? A God-fearing man. That's a major key that a lot of people not doing out here. That's a major key she just dropped just now. That's super important.
And you know what? I got my brother Ahmad. He was raised by a single mother. Like myself. I want you to tell him, brother, what things you had to battle with. Just from your mom. Just being raised by a single mother. And you're a man. So what things you had to overcome, and why was it so difficult for you to be raised by a single mother? The things you saw. Just give them a brief summary of everything.
Yeah, my mom, she raised 4 of us in the household by herself. I mean, struggling to feed us. But one thing about her, it was always food on the table. I don't know how it happened, but she always made sure we had clothes on our back, food in our mouth, and a place to rest our head. She did her best at that. Even going through her struggles, with different men, domestic violence, even prison time, not having a job, and just going through family situations. You know what I mean? I'm from Central Jersey. We moved up here. I don't have no family in North Jersey at all. None at all. My mom moved up here by herself with 4 kids and made it happen. Went to jail numerous times, came home, still got a job. My mom worked anywhere. My mom worked at every fast food establishment in East Orange, Newark. I mean, she would go Jersey City. If she had to take a train, a bus, whatever, she always made sure she came home, brought us food, make sure we took a bath, made sure we, our clothes ironed out and everything. So, I always shine a light on my mom. She's a little headache, but,
Respect that, my brother.
You gotta give it to her because it's like, how did she make that happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I look up to my mom, a lot for that. Because no matter what, she made ends meet when there was nothing at all there. Like, you know what I'm saying? She always filled that space. Like, when we thought nothing was going to happen. I mean, lights would go out, you know what I'm saying? Bills wasn't getting paid. One day we starving, and then the next day it'd be, it just disappeared that fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she always made sure she filled that gap of emptiness in, our hearts, whatever it was, even if it was like, even Christmas, she always made something happen. I don't know how, I still try to figure out how she did this, but she always made it happen. And, that's why the person I am today, like a gentleman, like coming from where I'm coming from, like I always respect my elders. I always respect women highly and for what they do, because they make ends meet when there's nothing. When they ask their baby fathers, oh, can I borrow some money for your child? And even when they tell them no, they still make it happen. Like, there's no, next week or none of that. Like, they make ends meet whenever it's needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I respect the sisters for that.
So growing up in that type of home, did that make you appreciate the black woman even more?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, I think highly of black women. Some of them, they move a little different, and that's due to their circumstances or what they went through. But I always think highly of especially black women, my woman period, but definitely black women, like because they go through a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying, we got single parent homes, like, and they making it happen, 3 and 4 jobs. And I know some dudes out here that won't even go get one job. They get 2 jobs. The brother won't even get one job. My mom was working at Wendy's, like, you know what I'm saying? And, everybody would see her, like, you know what I'm saying? All my friends, they make jokes and do all that, like, but she made it happen, and I respect her for that,
God bless you, bro.
God bless you. We appreciate you coming on the podcast and telling this story, my brother.
So, let me ask you a question, ladies. What is, we know you guys are single mothers. We know you guys, doing the best you can do. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. But what is what is your biggest fear for you guys' sons? Like, do you fear that he won't get what he needs?
No, my biggest fear is for my son to be on a corner selling drugs in a jean jacket, no coat, hand, and just like have no type of future, no nothing. Like, that's my biggest fear. As just like men try to keep their daughters off the pole, I'm trying to keep my son off the corner. Like, that's my biggest fear. Like, I would never want him to go down that route of putting his life in jeopardy, whether it be dying or whether it be jail. Like, I just see so.
But as a great mom, right? You gotta understand. Eventually, your son will see your struggles, and he will want to fix that. But now, I'm not saying he have to go to the corner to do that.
No. I understand, but the way that I have, luckily I'm blessed to not have struggles for him to see.
Okay.
Because I worked
understand
so
that.
hard when he was younger for him not to be able to see those struggles. So he see me pay bills. Like, he'll see me pay bills and he'll be like, that's how much you pay? That's how much you do? Like, he sees me paying things and he know that I'm capable. And that's, like, one of my biggest accomplishments. So he would never feel like, oh, I gotta help my mom. I want my son to know his mom is always good. All you gotta do is focus on yourself. So
powerful.
at 12, 13 years old, like, he's very overprotective. Like, if I put shoes on to go out, you going on a date, who you going with? Like, what do you, like, so I know that he already knows. Like, I already know that he has that overprotective, you know, spirit. So I always want to make sure, like, financially, he would never have to worry about that. Like, you always want to make sure I'm okay. But financially, you never have to go outside of this house and make sure that a bill need to be paid because it's paid. When you hit them light switches, it's on. That rent is paid. Food is in that refrigerator. Like, so that's my biggest thing. So right now, I'm kind of, like, relaxed when it comes to that.
What about you, Miss Amanda?
One of my biggest fears, as far as my son, because, like I said, he is younger, but one of my biggest fears is police brutality. Because when everything started getting exposed on social media, my daughter, my 7-year-old, she would come home like, Mommy, there was a cop outside of my school. Is he gonna kill me because my skin is brown?
That's deep.
And that when
Virginia,
she
right?
said that, no, this was up here in Jersey before we moved. And so when she said that, it was just like a real eye opener because I was pregnant with my son. It was like, you know, raising black kids, but not just black kids, but black men in a system where everything is against them.
That
it's
shit
like
is scary.
that. My biggest fear for him is to get in a situation and say he don't come home or he don't know what to say and what not to say. Like when we was growing up, the talk was sex. That was the talk. Birds and the bees, stuff like that. Now the talk is when you go outside, you make sure you don't say the wrong thing or, you know, just not being too much or pretty much everything is against you because of your skin color. That's my biggest fear. Like,
That's a
my
big fear.
it bothers me because like my children shouldn't have to be afraid to just be themselves
Especially
because of something God gives them.
Society who's supposed to protect you. Cops supposed to protect you.
Right.
Exactly.
What about you, Jaleesa?
Please. My son 5 years old, and already we were, I won't say involved, but a few feet away from drive-bys, 2, and a stabbing. So at 5 years old, my son's 5 years old, I'm having to explain to him that this is a crazy world that we live in, and he's asking me, Mommy, why did that guy shoot the other guy? Why was he on the floor? Mommy, why was he calling? So now my son wants to be a police officer
Okay.
because he wants to put all the bad guys in jail. So if you
I love my son.
Okay.
5 years old, little detective.
So if you
Appreciate
ask him
that.
what he want to be when he grow up, he would tell you, I want to be a police officer because I want to put all the bad guys in jail. So it just pretty much broke my heart having to explain to a 5-year-old that this is a crazy world that we live in and that you always have to watch your back.
Absolutely.
And then also even being a black man that, you know, the odds is already going to be against you.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I wouldn't say thank God, but in a sense, you know, my child's father has been through a lot. So hopefully he can take the lesson, you know, stuff he's been through and make it lessons for our son to
Pretty sure
direct
he
him
will.
in a different path. So therefore, you know, both of us working together, hopefully we would raise a great man. And then right now, like he's in school, and I got him the mindset that school is a job. So therefore, so he was like, Mommy, you go to work, you work 2 jobs. My school and karate, those are his jobs.
Those is jobs.
Yeah, so he was like, Mommy, I'm going to
Ted
school.
Green. Us.
Exactly. So he already feels as though, you know, he's working now. So I could get him in that mindset. Like, eventually you're going to have to work. You're going to have to provide for yourself. Mommy's doing all that she can do, but it's going to be a time. I tell him, like, you're going to have to take care of Mommy. I tell him now, like, it's going to be a time.
My brothers
you
know
might
what
have to
that's
take
like.
care of Mom. So, like, I feel as though at this point, I got him on the right mindset, right track, and I couldn't be any blessed for the son that I got right now.
Ladies, how would you? What would you? What's the one thing you would tell your sons about domestic violence? Because this, you know, because it's very touchy. You know, like me and my coach talk about this all the time. You know, we don't even have children at the moment. We have nephews. We have nieces. But what's the one thing you can tell your child, your son, about domestic violence? If a woman put his hands on your son.
If a woman, this is my thing. If a woman can put her hands on you, knowing that a man is naturally stronger than you, it's like, granted, he's gonna have self-control because he knows that he's stronger than you. But why would you put yourself in a predicament to anger this man by putting your hands on him, knowing he can hit you back?
But see, okay, hold on, quick question, because a lot of times, sis, you see, I love women. I love you guys with a passion, because women don't put their hands on you. They cut with their words. a woman will provoke you and get mad when it works. So women say things that, because you ain't got to put your hands on us and say like, oh, you an ain't type of nigga, like you. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? Like you nothing. Yeah. Like your mother did a bad job with you, and that hurts. Yeah. It cut us deep. Or the biggest thing is, I don't know why I fell for your little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it hurts. Yeah. So women cut with their words, not so much with their hands. Yeah. So.
But for me, I would tell my son, you don't put your hands on me, so don't be out here touching them other women. Simple as that.
See,
you treat women how you treat your mother.
See, now for me,
I tell my son,
that at the same time, I'm still a woman. You ain't gonna stronghold me. Don't do it to no other woman. You're not about to treat nobody's daughter like that. Nobody else's mother like that. Why would you do that?
So
I'm not raising you like that.
So, in the case of somebody slap your son,
I tell my son, if somebody hit him, you hit their ass back, and then you call me. You can't fuck her up. But you hit her back because she should know better. Keep your hands to yourself.
So if your son is a high class lawyer, doctor, anything,
call the cops on her.
You want him to hit her back.
Restrain her. What I'm gonna say is that I'm not gonna tell my son if a female is hitting you to not put your hands on her. You can restrain her to the best of your ability. But if it goes beyond that, smack the shit out of her or something, because at the end of the day, it's so many women that abuse men, and then it's like, if he hit her back, it's like, because he's a man. No, if you can't get to the phone to call me, restrain her to some type of way or something.
But we can listen.
But I don't want my child to. But I don't want my son to think that a woman is supposed to.
We don't have that luxury.
True, but I don't want my son to think that a woman is supposed to beat him up. Like, that's not how it goes. Like, we're adults. And not even adults. When you're little, you teach your kids, keep your hands to yourself. Don't go hitting nobody. But if somebody hits you, you hit them back. I taught my son that from the time he stepped into school. So if you're not teaching your daughter that, my son might smack the shit out of her. Period.
So what you're saying is, if somebody hits your son, it's okay. If a girl hits your son, it's okay for your son to hit her back.
It's okay for him to restrain her. Yes. Yeah. Now, if it goes beyond him restraining her, you absolutely can hit her back. Yes. And I will bail you out.
School now is that a lot of times teachers don't pay attention. They let stuff go under the rug. So your child could be sitting there, even your son could be sitting here getting bullied by a girl that's bigger than him.
Absolutely.
And
right.
Because he's
and
that
happened to my son.
Oh, she's a girl.
That happened to my son in school. This little girl,
your son gets hurt from this girl bullying him?
Right. And she kept hitting him because she likes him. Okay, since you gotta learn use better language or something, like, you're not about to just keep smacking the shit out of my son because you like him. And I told him every day, Mom, she keep hitting me, but I don't want to hit her because she a girl. Okay, so Friday if she hits you, grab her ass or do something, and then let somebody know. Like, you're not about to
get hitting my son. Love tap. The love taps is different.
But the love taps hurt. You hurting my child, because then it gets to the point.
I had love taps.
No, but then it gets to the point where I feel like I want to jump in, but that's not my business as kids.
That's all mommy.
So that's why, but that's why I tell him, like, restrain her to the best of your ability, but at the same time, don't let a female feel like they can push you over, because females take it to the extreme. You want to punch them? You want to smack them? No. I don't put my hands on men.
All I'm saying is,
because I don't like to get hit back.
I understand that wholeheartedly. Smart. But I seen a lot of men restrain.
I'm gonna be 100.
I see a lot of men restrain. And they have criminal record of domestic violence.
I'm gonna be honest.
Don't put your hands on women. You just can't. You can't.
One thing.
We can't afford that.
You're not supposed to put your hands on.
Right.
I put my hands on their father before, but I didn't hurt him. I smacked the shit out of him.
How you know he ain't hurt? How you know
because he's a man? You want to take it?
No. I might have hurt his pride.
Definitely.
He was disrespectful.
So
now,
Words, with words.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones and
Not
break my bones.
just words, but
words
actions.
will
You're
never
not
hurt
about
me.
to disrespect me. Now I admitted I was wrong. I never hit him again after that.
What, did you call the cops on him?
No, call the cops on him for what?
Hey, everybody's different. We just gotta make sure what's going on.
Because listen, as a man, you put your hands on me.
Nah, he
I'm calling the
he
cops
didn't
on
put
you.
his hands on me. He didn't put his hands
Oh,
on me.
you just straight up down, put your hands on him.
Look, I felt disrespected for reasons.
But see, I love women. Because your disrespect is petty.
I'm being honest. Sometimes when you in that moment and your man disrespect you, he doing something he know he ain't got no business, or you, look.
For every action is a
You
reaction.
come out your mouth wrong, look. We not about to do that. Especially not.
But you ain't put your hands on them, sis.
Especially not if you my man. That was my husband. You not about to disrespect me.
Okay.
Okay.
I got that. But still, you know, because if that man was calling the cops on you.
I admit it. I was wrong for that. I never put my hands on after that. But at that moment, I had every right to smack the shit out of him.
What about you, Mr. Lisa? If somebody hit your son, he hit your baby, your precious son, 10 months in the tummy. You find out he's being abused by a woman that he's in a relationship with. What would you tell him?
As she said, I would say restrain. I wouldn't go straight for, just smack her, hit her. No, restrain her, because you have that strength to do so, but I wouldn't condone hitting. And then if it goes to that far, call your mother, call me. Or I call
I'm saying, moms, y'all probably can't take you with no,
but that's why,
19, 21-year-old girl.
But that's why whoever my son deal with or meet, they need to meet me first so we can have that discussion. Like, don't ever get too cute when you feel like you could put your hands on him. Call his mother. Don't do that because it's going to have to go to another route. Like, don't do that. He got aunties, he got sisters, he got mama. Like, don't take it there. You might feel some type of way, but you need to walk away. Don't put your hands on my child.
Girlfriend? He ain't want y'all to touch his girlfriend.
Look.
It depends.
Listen.
It depends.
Talk to him, Jit. Talk to him.
That man, he gonna be 18, 19. He not gonna try to hear from you. Mommy, he like, Mom, I gotta handle my own business.
But at the end of the day, bro, I'm trying to save you from a charge.
Yeah, but
by restraining him,
yeah, by
him a charge.
Right, but say if he's restraining her, and then all of a sudden she break loose, and then she punching them all in the face and shit, then what?
We gotta run.
People snap.
Yeah. We gotta run from that.
But domestic violence is always gonna be against a man anyway, just because.
This is what I'm saying. We have no.
And so it's honestly it's hard to actually tell your son what not to do when somebody's putting their hands on it because you only human.
All the ladies, right? I love y'all. Much respect. Let's play this out. Use a female cop, right? You're a cop. Mary, you're a cop. You get a call to my house, right? I'm outside. My wife's in there. You pull up. You're a cop. I tell you she hit me. What are you gonna think? Just be honest.
Honestly, because I've seen both situations, I'm gonna want to know more. I'm not
exactly.
gonna
Exactly.
Hold on, we're right there.
Exactly.
But if the woman told you that, you wouldn't want to hear.
That's not true.
No.
That's not true. That's not true.
I know somebody
That's not true.
personally going through that right now. I know somebody going through that.
I'm saying,
so I'm not.
all domestic charges I've come across
Every
with my guys.
is different.
When a woman call, he hit you. Hey, sorry, take him, get him in the car.
Nah.
The woman,
it's not supposed to be
she
like
really
that.
hit you.
It's not supposed to be like
What did you do?
It's not supposed to be like
but
that because I've seen it firsthand where the woman was crazy as hell. The woman was crazy, putting her hands on him, all types of threats, and then he calls the cops, and somehow he still gets locked up.
This is what I'm saying. The brothers have no room for error.
None.
Think about it, there's no room for error for us.
Yeah, I know.
That's exactly why I'm saying it's hard to tell your son, oh, don't do this and don't do that. Honestly, you just have to raise them right and hope that they learn whatever they're supposed to learn from you to not be out here beating up on
My
women.
brother Khan told me to call the cops.
But men have that right too. Men, you do have that right to call the cops if she puts your hand, if you hit her. I mean, if she hit you.
It's not the same scenario though. Like
it's never the same.
Like if he called the cops and said that she put her hands on him, it's gonna be a whole discussion out there. But vice versa, they put you in cuffs. I know all about this. Me and my kid's mom used to fight all the time. I remember one time I didn't even fight with her. Nothing. She called the cops on me and told them that I hit her. 4 or 5 cops pulled up, put me in cuffs for nothing. And I'm telling them like I didn't touch her. I wasn't even in the house at all. And They straight put me in cuffs.
My
Like,
brother
they knew
is
who I
going
was
through
and
that
everything.
right
They didn't.
now.
She didn't even tell me who I was. He seen me and they just put me in cuffs.
This is what I'm
Like,
saying.
They didn't ask no
We have
questions.
no room for error as men.
Nothing. Like,
No room for error.
I was on my way to jail. But luckily she came out and told them, I didn't touch her. But they wasn't trying to hear none of that.
If you get as a woman, if you get me locked up, the relationship is over.
Absolutely.
If you mess up my,
Absolutely.
if you mess up my perfect
should be,
record,
though.
my perfect
It
record,
should
the
be.
relationship's over.
Because now she messing up your chances of getting a job. Everybody looking at you crazy because you're known for putting your hands on her even if you didn't. That's
like
done
that,
up.
That's all I'm saying. You call the cops on me and say I hit you, and I didn't hit you.
Man.
When I bail out of jail, officer, I don't want any problem.
But what
I
about
just
the
wanna
men
come
who
and get
keep
my
going
stuff.
back after they keep calling the cops?
Oh, that's
No,
good
no,
punani.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's good punani. That's all that is.
Like, she gonna be
Homeless
one of
and
the
good
cops.
punani.
Like,
If you call the cops on me, the relationship is over. We don't got nothing to talk about.
There's no second chance.
Because it's no second chance because the system don't give you a second chance.
We done it.
Once you get that domestic violence on your record,
You know how hard-
you already
Talk to him, Jay.
you
That's
domestic
Talk to him,
violence.
Jay.
That's true.
You can't get no state jobs. You can't get no city jobs.
Cancel
That's-
being a fireman out.
Cancel anything that's making $100,000, $80,000, $90,000 a year.
You're smoked, son.
Your smoke is over with. So there's no second chances with that. So anytime you a cop caller or it's an issue and then you think you're gonna call the cops on me and get me locked up, now I got a charge, now we about to get back together. No. it's not gonna
Hey, talk to
happen.
people. It's
over.
not gonna happen
It's over.
because it's trying to get me
Yeah.
something on my record that is so
over.
hard to get off. There's so many brothers I know, intelligent brothers like, yo, what's holding you back? My baby mom called the cops on me, man. So I was hitting her. I wasn't. Now, granted, it is some guys who are Jason Voorhees out here, who's smacking chicks around. Seriously. And
But you got females like that too.
Right.
but see, that's the thing. For us, it's him. That's all I gotta say. It was him, and we come here, sir. But for her, it's like, did she really hit you? What did you do? What did I do? What did she hit me?
Man.
Well, I've been in some crazy situations, but I never resorted to calling the cops. Like, I'll leave before I do that. I don't feel like that's something that you should play with calling the cops unless your life is really, really in danger. If you know that you just mad at this man and he pissed you off, he cheated, did whatever,
And you
like, walk that shit off.
Right.
Now, if he's trying to kill you or, like, choking you or doing something, then that's when you resort to calling the cops.
Absolutely.
But you don't call the police just to call them just because you mad. But then the men are stupid, too, because you'll go right back over there and keep trying to make shit right, and then she keep calling the cops on you. So y'all both
No,
just,
but that's good punani.
but is it worth the charge?
Huh?
Absolutely
no,
not.
No.
Like, is it worth the charge?
All I'm gonna say is, it's not to me and my guys, but to some guys,
I mean,
You know,
clearly to some guys it's worth it, but
it's
I mean,
highly worth it.
Might be.
Man, it's never worth it.
that shit ain't worth it.
I got another question for you ladies. Now, let's say this, right? So, okay, what would you tell your son in regards to sex? Like, what would you tell
Oh
him?
my God, I don't even.
Okay, like, your son's 5.
I
Yours
ain't even
12.
thinking about
Like,
that right
what do
now.
you? What I'm saying, but what do you tell him and say, Mom? Like, 'cause how do you expect your son to come to you and say, Mom, I'm knocking boots?
I have no idea.
See, I ask my
I'm
son
gonna be
random
honest, I don't
ass
know.
questions. Like, I'm a random person. Like, I'll ask him, like, when you went to sleep, like, when you wash up, do white shit come out your dick? Like, I ask him questions like that. And then I'll be like, well, let me look at it. You got hair.
Oh, that's the best.
I'm one of those mothers because I want to know what's going on. But I also keep that line of communication open. I ask him, like, if you feeling urges to have sex, like, let me know. Not just let me know so I could chastise you, but so I can show you, like, the right direction.
So
like,
next question.
so I can give you condoms or I can't stop you from doing it.
You expect him to really tell you?
Absolutely.
But I'm saying, but it's different.
No, I know that it's different. Like,
I
I
ain't even come to my mom.
No.
Like,
I know that I might not be the first person he tell, but I want to be one of the first.
You want to be
people,
top 5.
so that I can let you know, like, how to go. Like, I mean, granted, I'm gonna show you them STD videos to try to deter you from it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can't make you not do it. Like, it's something that you're gonna want to try.
So would you be mad if he didn't tell you though?
I would feel some type of way, but I wouldn't lash out at him and make him think that I'm mad, because a lot of parents go wrong where they make their kids think that sex is a bad thing. So they start hiding it, they start sneaking around. Like, sex is not a bad thing, but at the same time, you have to be ready for everything that comes with it, far as STDs, far as pregnancy, far
we
as a
think
lot
about
of
that
shit.
together.
So
Right, but I want him to think about that, because a lot of times, a lot of these kids nowadays are born with AIDS. So it's not even like they have a chance. So
My
it's like
condolences to
you're
them.
born with that shit, and then it's like you have this other child who's curious, and then it's like, there we go, now your child has AIDS. Like, I just want him to get the education from me so that he'll know what to do, what not to do, how to do it, or whatever, and then we go from there.
So how young, in your opinion, is too young for your son to have sex?
Cause he's 12 now.
My son not supposed to have sex too.
In your opinion,
marriage.
18 or something. Like
marriage. Wait, Lisa, because we're gonna go around the table with this one.
Talk to him, Jay.
I feel like my son should not have sex until he has a full-time job and able to take care of a kid.
Now wait, pause. Damn. Did you wait for that long?
No.
All right.
Okay.
There is no but.
But I waited for a while though. I didn't have sex till I was almost 18.
Okay.
So, like, I just want him to know, like, with sex comes responsibilities. The shit feel good, but afterwards, there's responsibilities that you need to...
The only responsibility you got after that is taking that condom off.
No. Because if a bitch come knocking at my door talking about something, oh, I'm pregnant by your son, oh, we getting a test, and if that's your kid, you're taking care of it.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
I'm going to be
abortion.
child support. You're going to know, and she's not getting an abortion for what? Why should she have the burden of getting an abortion when you laid down and had that kid? And no. That's why you should listen to what your mother said.
You know what? Now you're being biased as a parent.
I'm not being biased. I'm not
being biased as a parent
I'm
now.
not being biased.
All right, kid, you got it.
Same way, if my daughter comes home pregnant, we're taking care
You making
of
a keep
that
it?
child.
You making a keep?
You making her keep that baby?
You damn right.
Even if
What
she don't want to.
happens if you don't want the baby?
She
So you
want
gonna
the
force
baby.
your daughter to have the baby?
If my daughter is out in the street having sex,
I'm
knowing the
protected.
responsibilities that come with it, you're having that baby.
You gonna make it happen.
And we're gonna raise
But
that
what
child.
message
We're
are
gonna
you
raise
sending
that
to her
child.
if you
Nah,
letting her
you
get
can't.
rid of it? What
You can't.
message are you sending to
She
her?
made a mistake.
But what message are you sending
We
to
all,
baby
her?
made a
we
mistake.
all make those mistakes, but that's part of having sex.
Right.
You gotta be able to handle those responsibilities.
So you
that
punish
come
her for
with it.
making a mistake.
It's not a punishment.
That's not a punishment. When you
That's-
laid down, you knew that you had
But
a
she
child.
doesn't want the child, so you forcing her to have the child.
It's not
I mean,
forcing.
Hey, what you mean?
She have a
I'm
say
not
so.
forcing her to-
She 18. She have a say
If
so.
she's
She's not
18, if she's 18, but if she's a teenager, then what?
If you tell
If
your
she's
child,
16 hold on,
if
she's
you tell your
16,
child,
if
go
she-
kill this baby, that's like saying, hey, here's a quick fix, go get rid of it. Now you can keep
No, it's not a quick fix. It's your future we're
But
talking
that's
about
how
here.
your child will look at it. You gotta think of how
Nah.
a child.
First of all, sis,
Yo.
a baby is not developed until
Whoa,
about
whoa, whoa.
a month or a month later. Baby, it's not even a cell yet.
We
A
gonna
baby
get
has a
this.
heartbeat
We
as
gonna get you.
early
We gonna
as
get
a
you,
few
Ma.
weeks.
Well, we're talking about before less than that. You're gonna tell her keep that.
But you know how many
Most times you don't
16-year-olds
find out you're
mothers-
pregnant
Don't forget the
until
phone.
You know how many?
get a heartbeat.
But do you know how many 16-year-olds moms take them to the abortion clinic and then 3 months later they out there fucking and then about to get
They don't
pregnant again?
learn.
You don't learn. So why should I let you have that quick
But you don't
fix?
give her one.
Yeah,
but you don't give her one
One
time.
time?
Like, baby, listen. Honestly, you made a mistake.
Nah, because at one time she may not be able to have no kids at all.
Exactly.
So-
Oh, well, do y'all
You know what?
abortion?
Y'all just put my mom with
But
this.
abortion
You
is
take
something
that from
serious
her.
though.
It
Like
is.
that's
You can
something
die
serious.
having an
Let-
abortion.
let me-
It's so much that can go wrong.
You can die eating sushi.
You can die just breathing. You feel me? But it's so much that can go wrong where you can just teach her that lesson. Okay, now you're gonna be a responsible mother instead of out here.
At 16, she,
Listen,
16?
well, she know how to be she didn't know how to be a teenager at 16.
Listen.
Well, you
But
should never
she
have
should have not made
sex
grown-up
at 16.
decisions.
Watch
She
this though.
shouldn't have made
But-
grown-up
That's
but
what
decisions.
they
hold on,
She should never have
but for
unprotected
all
sex
my
in the first
parents,
place.
for all my parents, why is she making these decisions?
Before
No.
we get there,
Before we get talk to him, G.
Before we
Talk
get
to him,
there.
G.
No,
Talk to him,
No,
G.
you can't put that on a parent.
Talk to him, G.
No. You
Talk to him, G.
cannot put that on a parent.
Bring the dog out.
You can't put that on a
Out there
parent.
with them.
Before
Hey,
we
yo.
get
Can't
to
put
that
that
question.
on us.
Before we get
Everything went on my mother when I made a mistake.
Not all we
No.
do.
God look after children and
How young
fools.
is too young?
Children and
Before you-
fools.
Before you answer that, how young is too
people
young?
that you hang with. You can't just put it on the parent.
You
Because
cannot.
sometimes
You
can
can
go
do
out
that.
there and hang out with a whole bunch
How
of
young is too young? In your opinion, we need to
For
know.
what I would feel comfortable with,
Yeah,
my child
in your
having
opinion.
sex, 18 or 17. Because I
Too
graduated at 17.
Okay.
No, I'm saying that's a
smart, I
good age.
said.
Lisa, how
look
young
smart.
is too young for your son?
Too young.
Yeah, like
Boy.
what's a comfortable age
He's a
for
boy.
you?
He's
Like, what's a
humble.
comfortable
But
age
here,
for you?
boy, I give him 16. I give
16.
him 16.
16.
So
It's
you-
gonna happen. Sex is all over TVs, all over music.
Not the
It's gonna-
Empire sex, though, but.
It's gonna happen earlier than
What we
say
expect.
what we
Right.
expect because it's just so praise.
That's the world we live
Right.
in now.
Exactly. It's just so
All we
praise
can do
on the
is
song
teach them at home
on the
and hope that
TV.
they
Because
take
I
the
remember.
values we teach them
But
at
y'all,
home out in
you
the
can't,
street.
but you can't make it at 16. What does she know about being a? She not even like a
Listen,
full teenager.
And
yet,
if
though.
she needs my help while she's out there trying to get her life together, that's my job as her mother to take care of her and that child.
You know what?
I'm gonna help her
I'm
with
gonna
that.
say, I'm
But
not
I'm
a
not gonna
dad,
teach
so I
her
understand what
to
you're saying.
get rid of that child.
Now watch
because
this.
What does that send to
Now watch
her?
this. Now let's say she, her mom and her dad is about. I'm her dad. I'm not with that. My baby's 16 years old. She made a mistake. I understand.
But it's not a mistake. Like when you say a
It is
mistake,
a
but
mistake,
what's
though.
not
It's
but
a
what
mistake, 'cause you knew what you was
First of
doing,
all,
you
as
made
a
them
dad,
protect it. It's not a mistake.
what are you teaching her? Because I was taught not to have sex. I was taught about condoms. I was taught all of that stuff, but I still had sex when I was a teenager. As a dad, what ground rules are you setting for her not to?
Time out.
But when I
We
first
don't
had
get-
sex, I used the condom.
We don't. But hold on. Time out. Wait a minute.
So
Hold on.
clearly some lines are being, because she can easily be influenced by her friends. When you are a teenager,
That's all of us.
your friends
That's all of
trump
us,
your
though.
parents.
You never made that mistake in anything. Your friend done made you to
Absolutely.
smoke. So okay. So if you know you made that mistake before, why would you make her have that baby?
Right, but at the same
No sin is bigger than the next.
you're right,
It's
Shalil.
not,
But at the same time,
why
if
would you let
okay,
your child take a life that she did not
Okay,
have
but
to
say
The
do?
life not even developed.
But say if I give her this abortion, let she get the first abortion. You got that one for free. But then my daughter turn around 3 months later and get pregnant again.
Keep it.
What am I supposed to do?
I understand that. From there, I
Like,
understand
come on.
it. But that
You
first
can't
time,
make the shit seem like it's that easy for them to just give up and
No.
be like, okay, well, okay, you know what, babe? That was a mistake. I'm gonna let you get that one. You get to get rid of this. Now, shit, at my age, bitches was going to the abortion at 16, they was going to the abortion clinic by themselves. They didn't even need their
Because
parents. So
in the
now
way-
I'm showing you the ropes where you could go get the shit by yourself, and I'm giving you all this information, and you're taking it in, and then you just fucking and getting rid of babies. What type of
watch
message
this.
am I sending to her?
Eventually, her sins will catch up to her.
But it's
How?
How? And
But
all
you're not-
she gotta do is go to the
Predicament,
abortion
so let
clinic.
you catch up
What's this?
to her.
It
Why
is,
not
though.
just teach her the right way
Watch this.
when she gets pregnant the first time?
Mary, I understand that, and I agree to disagree with you because you're a queen. I do. But at the end of the day, what she does will hit up to her because one day she might can go and the person will tell you, if you have an abortion, you will die. And then she has to
But she might take that risk.
But
You
what-
never know.
Listen, but-
She might
hold on,
take that
hold
risk
on,
because
hold on.
she's so scared. She'll be like, you know what?
At
Fuck
that-
it. He said I might die. He didn't say I will die. So I might take that
But
risk.
at that point, it's up to her now. She's grown.
Speak on the
But
brother.
If
Bob.
she's 17, she's not grown.
She should be having an abortion. She's not grown.
Go ahead. Get it out there.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
Now-
you just said she shouldn't be having an abortion if she's not grown.
That first time.
No, but you gotta.
You can't
Watch
listen, you
this.
can't force
You gotta
prayer.
think about
You
how
can't force
dangerous
prayer.
that is when you're young.
got
It's
this.
bad enough
It's
that she's
dangerous laying
getting
down
pregnant.
unprotected
this
as an
one.
adult.
I got this one. I respect
Talk to the
opinion.
queens.
Brother, I respect your opinion.
Fall back, but they got me
Now,
hot over here.
we gonna take it this way. Now, what if that was you? Like, you know what I mean? That baby that was supposed to be born. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk
So,
about it.
Shot me, bro.
You telling them that
Shot
all
me.
right, we gonna kill this baby and
That
you
could have
know,
been a president right
you know
there.
what I'm saying?
You never
Come on,
know.
baby.
Not likely. it's
You
that.
never know.
Not likely. it's
You
that.
never know.
You tell
Raised in poverty, sis. Not likely.
life is precious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you feel like that's okay to just, oh, let me knock this baby off because it was a mistake? Like, what was the mistake?
Shit,
The mistake is this. The mistake is this. For one,
Yes.
I'm trying to figure
Shit,
that
he
out.
barely made it.
No, hold on. The mistake is this. For one, that man could have manipulated your daughter. Now, mind you could have gave your daughter all the jewels. Your daughter's 16. This man is 23. Women are naturally, no matter what they say, they're naturally attracted to men older than them.
But if you the father,
Naturally.
where did you lack that she's dating a 23-year-old?
No, we never lack. It's just that children. My mother told me, baby, this stove is hot. I started to touch the seat for myself. She told me, my mother told me, Kimberly Canzater told me, bam, the stove is hot. I got a burn mark on my body right now to this day for touching it. And she told me the stove was hot. So you know what I learned? I learned that, mommy, I still got to go through things on my own.
Right, but
To
why
understand.
take her through but why let her get away with just that?
She's not getting
Abortion,
away with
but
it.
abortion
Well,
is
she's
not just
16
a
years
physical
old.
thing, it's an emotional
She's
thing.
16.
If she's 16 and she got raped, okay, that's different.
Oh,
but
that's
if she got raped, that's something totally different. But if she willingly laid down with this boy and
Who
I already
manipulated her?
schooled you,
Who manipulated her?
no, but it doesn't matter.
It
If
does
I
matter,
already,
yeah.
if as a mother I already schooled you on, listen, baby, if you have sex, you can have a baby, you can get an STD, and she bypassed everything I said, and then she laid down and put herself in that position, you're going to take care of that baby.
Watch this.
You are.
Your
Sorry.
Keita, do not. These boys are full of dog poop. What did you do? The suave dude came along. Keita, I
Why
got
you
you.
count yourself out? Not all men ain't shit. So
Exactly.
Hey,
you gotta
sis.
find out for yourself. Not all men ain't shit.
Sis.
So,
All men ain't shit. Okay, one quick question.
so what you saying? All men ain't shit? So that's
No,
what you saying?
I'm just joking about that. What I'm saying is, my thing is, you wrap it up. My thing is, at 16 years old, you know, what does the baby know? She don't know no better, really.
Right.
And if she make that judgment to have sex and the man busting her, at 16 you don't even know this nigga coming.
At 16, if she bring it to my
You know?
attention as a mother, I may possibly let her have that child for the simple fact that you need to learn. I'll be there with you, but you need to
What she
learn
need to
the
learn?
consequences of your actions.
So you gonna stick a 16-year-old? She didn't go to the prom yet.
But it's
Right,
not.
but you
with a
knew
baby?
that.
You're not sticking it.
She don't know that.
But
She's
as a
saying.
parent,
I'm putting records on all you
You have to be
fools.
there to help her with that child. You're not making her. You're not forcing her to do anything that she didn't already put on herself. You're being a parent and helping her take care of the predicament that she put herself
Let me ask you a
in.
question. Quick question. You don't think your baby father manipulated you? He's older than you?
No, he didn't manipulate me.
Is
he
he older
ain't
than you?
manipulate me. I bust that shit open because my intentions wasn't to get pregnant, but it fucking happened.
But your
When
daddy
I
told you
tried
to
that
wear
thing-
protection.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what happened to you?
But I was 20-some years old. I wasn't 16.
You still a baby though.
But I was
Graduated
scared.
by my
At the end of the day, when I was a
okay?
teenager, 16, I was scared to have sex. When I was 20, I thought I was grown. I had sex, but I
It's
took
lit,
care
baby.
of it.
It's lit.
I could have chopped him,
It's
and
lit.
he could not have been here. But I took on that responsibility, and I had him. So at the end of the day, sometimes you have to take on that responsibility.
Okay.
At
I'm not against y'all,
16,
sis. But at 16.
But at 16, the way that I was schooled, I was scared to have sex because I knew you can get an STD and I knew you can have a baby.
But listen, in this day and time, the 16, 17, 18, these are outlaws we raising. They
You're
not scared of
absolutely
nothing.
right. But at the same time, that outlaw needs to know that there's a consequence for every action.
No, it's a
Everything
consequence.
no, it's a
But my man got let me
consequence.
have a baby before I go to the prom.
But you should have been fucking before you went to the prom.
Why? But why is she doing that?
You
But
should
why
not
is
have
that
been
baby
doing
doing that at
Like,
16?
just because it's there, that does not mean that you should have been doing it.
Lesson.
The life lesson
High
is,
school,
I wanted to be
after high
grown.
school, that child is still gonna be there. You feel me? It's bigger than
Yes.
Remember,
Still gonna have it. Yes,
Think like
absolutely.
this, like, if they don't get the lesson now, how you think they're gonna learn later on in life?
Thank you.
By the time
Thank you.
So you
by
want
the
to
time
trade a life for another life? Like,
snap me, family.
That's because you not. That's
It's
because
bigger than and if she
it's about to cut off.
and when she gets ready to
I
graduate
get
and
it,
go to
like-
prom, I'll be here to babysit.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
It's that simple.
Just for me, we're gonna wrap
I'll
it
be here
up.
to
But just for
babysit.
me, my daughter at 16 come pregnant. First of all, I know how many weeks are you? They say I'm a week pregnant. Get ready.
How the fuck you a week pregnant? What you mean? She just found out this week?
Just found out.
You don't
Don't hit
Ain't no
3
week.
weeks.
I'm not gonna lie to
But
you.
then again,
As a dad, I don't care. As a dad, I don't care how
By
many
the time you
weeks
find out that
she is.
baby already has a heartbeat.
My baby have a future.
But
I
that's
can
not
tell
your
She made a
baby.
mistake. That is my
That's
baby.
not a mistake.
It is a mistake.
When you, like my
Time
father,
out,
when
time
I tried
out.
to tell my father
But
I
right now,
got
be
pregnant
hard.
by mistake, he said, Keita, when you fuck, that's not a mistake. Anytime you lay down and
Oh,
have
that
sex,
is
that's
so.
not
You
a
know what?
mistake.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
not, and that's what
Hold on,
he told
because
me.
it's gonna get deep. Because it is like I said.
It's not a mistake.
Hold on.
Your only
It's a
mistake was
decision that
you got
you
pregnant,
made. No.
and you think you
No,
wasn't
your
going
only
to.
mistake was trusting that scumbag that you thought was a good man, and he called on top of you, and he told you I was coming to you,
No,
and you
I
was like,
climbed on
okay,
top of him.
go ahead, baby.
But
That's a
not
mistake.
the point. I climbed on top of him, but that's not the point.
You know, okay.
The point is that my intentions wasn't to get pregnant when I had sex. But the end result was I got pregnant and I had my son. It was nothing for me to go chop that shit and he wouldn't be
You know
here.
what?
But 12 years later,
You know what?
here we are.
You know what? But see, I understand now because my brother Blade once told me you can't win an argument with females, and I see.
I'm just saying.
So here we go. All right,
Well,
wait,
it's
it's not an argument. Look, this is a heavy debate, heavy discussion, conversation.
Yeah,
But
stay
away
we
from
got to
that
wrap
drum
it up.
sex.
But what the final question of the night is, ladies, we're gonna go around the table. Gentlemen, we're gonna go around the table. Now, if you had a chance to do it all over again, would you do it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't have none.
Chop the kid.
Yes.
hell yeah.
All I'm saying is, G, before we go out, at the end of the day, I understand what the ladies are saying. I'm with them. I'm with the ladies. Trust me, in spirit, I'm with y'all. At the end of the day, if my 16, we men, I think about me. At 16, I was suave. I was smooth. I ain't had no blemishes on my face at all.
It's not about you.
Watch this though. But I'm coming at you, and you know we need to wear a condom. I'm like, baby, don't worry about it. I'm gonna pull out.
It's not about.
It's not
Okay,
about
but if
You know what?
chose
You can't
to
win.
trust that nigga,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Once you
POV
bring up
Podcast
anything
done
to
for
her-
tonight. We can't win it with the ladies. We got to continue this another day. Peace and blessings. Happy New
Peace and
Year's.
blessings.
I want
Happy
to thank
New Year's,
all the
everybody.
beautiful women that came on the podcast. Everybody who cared. Everybody who here. These ladies I got a headache. Because we're going to continue this after the podcast. Peace and blessings for me and my co-host, Najee Carter, my brother of mine, Sis, Keita, Mira, Jaleesa, and tell their sons to strap it up because they're going to be suave and they're going to get some poking.
Nah, my son
God
better wrap it
bless.
up.
Good night.